Nancy.
And I'm John.
And we are J&N Travels.
Now we're going to take you with us on day one, which was Sunday, December 1st, Embarkation Day. Seems like we do this on every cruise. I wake up at 1 a.m. in the morning in a hotel bed and then find out I really need some more sleep. So I fell asleep again and woke up at 4 o'clock. Well, no, I guess I slept from 4 to 7. And at this point, we were all awake, if you remember. So we all got up. Awake. We went downstairs to the lobby for breakfast, which I think started at 7 a.m. After my bad omelet experience last time we stayed at the hotel, which if you want that story, read my listen to my other trip report, I decided to give it another shot. This time the omelet was cooked in a short period of time. It was well made, and we actually received the omelet, if you remember.
Yes.
If you're on the cruise package, you can eat from the buffet, and you can also order from the menu.
Yeah, it's a nice buffet. They have everything. Fruit, oatmeal, eggs.
And your bacon, don't
forget
that.
Bacon, oh yeah. I love the bacon.
The food was good, and it was plentiful. It was a large, very big variety of cold and warm foods.
Yeah.
After eating, we waited in the lobby with a large group of other cruises. We were told that, well, I guess the night before we were told over 60 people had booked, and we were told in the lobby that well over 30 rooms were booked. So this is a big crowd going to the cruise port.
Yeah.
So we were all waiting there for the 10:30 a.m. shuttle to the cruise port. The process for the shuttles started out smoothly, but became a little complicated, if you remember. They started, I think there were 4 or 5 vans. They started directing people to particular vans, and you brought your luggage to that van. Calling out your
names. You're waiting for your name to get called out because the computers were down, right? So.
No, that was at the airport.
Oh, that was at the airport.
No, they were calling out names. You're right. And you went to a van with your luggage, but then they were finding they were putting the wrong luggage in the wrong van. So people were in one van and their luggage was in another van. They actually had some families that were separated. So it's kind of a mess, but it did leave a half hour early. It left at 10 o'clock instead of 10:30. And as far as I know, everyone made it to the cruise port on time. So as it turned out, it was fine. I think you just have to get a little bit better organized this time. So we got to the port nice and early, and we gave 3 of our 6 bags to the porter. We went through security very quickly. But then we had to wait in line because that's where your computers were down.
Oh, yeah,
at the airport.
At the airport, yeah.
So we're all standing there, and we're wondering why none of the people were being checked in. I don't know how long, maybe a half hour?
Yeah, it wasn't that long. Yeah, I would say that.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad.
But we did get checked in, and we did get on the ship by noon.
Yeah, that's always good.
You're supposed to go to the box office to sign up for stuff, but for some reason they were redirecting us to the comedy club to register instead. This process, which I thought would take forever, was extremely quickly. I think there was one person in front of us in the line.
Yeah.
They had 4 windows open for this. So we went in there, we registered for the comedy shows, a prohibition show, which is a pay show, the laser tag, and the go-karts. Then our next stop was to get some food. Usually we have a traditional meal, me and you. Do you know what that is?
Well, I always get the, was it popcorn shrimp?
You do get that, but yours is just shrimp.
Shrimp, anything shrimp.
And you remember what I get?
You get the steak and cheese.
And popcorn shrimp and tomato soup.
And tomato soup, that's right.
That's usually, we've done that for 5 cruises in a row. Yeah. So that's usually our traditional one.
So we recommended our son get the shrimp too. He said it's really good. So
I don't even remember what he got.
I think he got the shrimp, but he got did he get, no, he got the mahi sandwich.
Is that what he got?
Yeah,
okay.
And the popcorn shrimp.
So we were eating our meal, and we get interrupted because I guess they're not supposed to serve it so close to the muster, but they did. So they interrupted and kind of kicked us out and sent us to the muster drill.
Yeah, that was very disappointing because I was really enjoying a delicious cheeseburger, and I didn't want to stop eating it.
Yeah, and I know that was your first time getting grabbed one of those.
Yeah.
So our meeting spot was the Bliss Theater. So we went to the Bliss Theater. That was done. That was pretty painless. That was all done. We took a walk around the ship, which was very similar. We learned the layout of this ship in about a couple hours because it's the same layout the Escape had. So if you've been on any of those,
it is a beautiful ship. Although I have to interject saying the Escape is my favorite, even though the Bliss was absolutely beautiful. I just happen to like the Escape just a little bit better.
If you've been on any of the breakaway category, the layout is pretty much the same, so you're pretty safe that way.
Yeah.
So we walked around the Lido deck, which is a pool deck. It was very cold and chilly, and it actually began to rain, and then it turned to snow. And to our surprise, it was pretty funny. Some of the passengers had made a snowman on the pool deck.
Yeah, it was funny. I think we got a picture of that, right?
Yeah, we have a picture on that later on this. The other thing was we wanted to watch the sailaway, which we've always watched from the top deck.
Yeah.
When it was cold and it was overcast, you couldn't see a heck of a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that our son saw the Statue of Liberty, because I thought that was really cool on our last cruise, seeing the Statue of Liberty. I had never seen it before, but yeah, I wanted to make sure he got to see that, but it was kind of dark.
Yeah, so what we did is we went to the observation lounge, which has these huge glass windows about 2 decks high, and the ship was built for Alaskan cruises,
Yeah,
so you could see the glaciers and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was still overcast, so we saw what we could see, and he did get to see the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, he did. I'm glad he did. So,
but you couldn't see the skyline as well.
Yeah, it wasn't as clear as we saw it on the previous cruise.
Right.
But he saw it, so...
So when we're done that, we basically went down to our cabin to get organized, which, like I said, was a little tight for 3 people, but
yeah,
you don't spend a lot of time in there anyways, as everyone always says.
Yeah.
At that point, we went up to the Garden Cafe, which is a buffet, and the lines had all disappeared, so we had something to eat. And after we ate, we went to the 9 o'clock showing comedy in the Comedy Club. After the Comedy Club, we went to the Cavern, which is a replica of the club that the Beatles played back in London.
Is where they were discovered, at the Cavern in Liverpool. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was a small club. In fact, we went there numerous times.
It looked like a wine cellar. That's all I kept thinking of. That's how I could describe it. It looked like a wine cellar.
Well, we visited during the day, and it actually did look like a wine cellar. You're right, when the place was empty.
Yeah.
We never got beyond the doorway. It was frustrating. The 5 times we went to the Cabin Club, we were in the doorway because the place was so packed.
It was packed.
We did get to see them a couple times. They had shows in the main theater, which was nice, then because you could see the whole performance that way.
They were phenomenal.
Excellent. Yeah.
I loved them. I thought they were phenomenal.
Some people thought they looked like the Beatles. I didn't think they looked like the Beatles. I thought they sounded just like the Beatles.
They sounded like them. I mean, they had the Beatle wig on, and so.
Well, what they did is
they did try to look like them as much as they could.
What they did is each day they did a time period from the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just their best hits; it was a time period. So that was kind of and they dressed according to the time period. So when they went through the stage with the mustaches, they had the mustaches. The Sgt. Pepper stuff, they had those uniforms. So that's the way they did it. So when that show was done, Nancy began her journey around the ship to collect the free charms and charm bracelets.
Yeah, that's fun.
By the time the trip was over, she had collected 3 bracelets and 20 charms.
I got a lot of cool charms. Really cool from each island. So.
Yeah, they represent each other.
Yeah, right? So I have like a frog, I have a monkey, I have a flying fish, I have a pineapple, a palm tree.
But what they did is they gave ones on the ship to represent the ship.
Yes,
and then each island you'd have to go to
Diamonds International,
and they would give you one to represent that island.
Yeah, they represent.
So that was really kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's really cool because it's a nice souvenir,
So then we went off, took some free liquor tastings, and then we were back in our cabin and went to bed at 2 a.m. So the stats for today was steps walked, 15,047, miles walked, 7.7. The weather today, remember, we were leaving from New York, was cold, rain, and snow.
And that's it for today. So remember, stay young and have fun.
guys can move it. Well, we're finally on the ship and finally relaxed, and traffic was terrible yesterday. The hotel was mobbed, the ship was mobbed, they got a full capacity here. So maybe we finally unwind once we get our room. We get reservations right now to get into Taste, which we've never had to make reservations before for lunch. And we'll move on from there.
Well, we're inside the Bliss in the observation deck lounge, and it's actually hailing outside. So we have a few days at sea before we get to warmer weather, and we're looking forward to it. Can't wait to see Beatlemania. When is that? When is the?
It's I'm not sure when we're going to the truth.
Looking forward to seeing Beatlemania.
That's later on, not now, okay?
You can go further than that if you want.
like a new family. You're all on the ship together. The first time meeting.
Urinal. You better back off or you're gonna need some extra washy-washy.
Please click on Smiley the Frog icon to subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell to be notified of future videos.